You know what time it is. It's time for more audio. So today I wanted to mention a third option with regards to the minimalist audio podcast interview video production setup. This one I like a lot. There's only a few things that I don't like about it, but I think it's a good fit for most people that are looking to record quality audio without spending a lot of money, and most importantly, being able to confine it to a very small space. Let's take a look at it. This funny looking thing is my Shure VP83 with the Windjammer on it. It's on a Dinkum Scorpion base or mount that's used for musicians actually when they mount microphones on drum kits. It's flexible and gives them some options with regards to how they place the microphone. I just repurposed it for the same or similar reason, in the sense that this is for a microphone, but it's not for music, it's for everything else. So let's take a look at what we got. This is the VP83. So this is the setup, the VP83F. This is what the VP83 looks like naked. It's a low bar pattern shotgun microphone where you pick up all the sound from in front of it, a mono source, and it rejects all the sound from the sides. It's battery operated. It's got an LED screen, and it records onboard audio. And it's got a lot of controls to it. It comes with this windscreen, but it's not very effective in most situations. So you know me, I like to apply the furry windscreen whenever possible to all my microphones, because I like to be safe rather than sorry, even though you're giving up some frequency on the top end. So this is what it looks like with the Rycote Windjammer on there. See the Rycote emblem there. And I know you give up the frequencies on the top end, but most of the time in online streaming platforms, they cut off above, I think, 15K. And so you're never going to hear that anyway. Well, you do hear it. You do hear it, but you can add some of it back in post. I would just rather avoid the plosives. That's where I would be most concerned, is getting the cleanest audio, and I can repair and make it sound more rich in post-production, which is an easy fix, easier than fixing a plosive. So it takes AA batteries, which are housed in here, and the SD card, the micro SD card, also goes above it. The reason I got this recorder is because it's completely self-contained. It's got wind protection, shock protection, records on the unit itself. It can output audio, and it has a headphone jack. There are only two things that I do not like about this recorder. Those two things are that it allows you too much control. You can increase the gain by 1 decibel at a time, which is a little bit too much because you get too caught up in fine tuning. I would have much rather seen them just simply put a limiter on there and give us increments of maybe 2 dB at a time or even 5 dB at a time. You kind of have to just play with it and see where the volume is best, where the gain is best for your given purpose. When we're talking podcasting and the microphone is right in front of your mouth, like so, I'm typically set at 30 dB. So that gives you an idea of where you would want to be set. If you're out and about running gun, capturing it for audio for a vlog, or even just getting a birthday party or some event like that, depending on how loud the music is, just set it and forget it. Forget about trying to capture everything evenly. Just set it at a safe level and leave it alone. I've captured dance recitals, I've captured birthday parties, I've captured piano recitals, and again, you just got to set it and leave it, because you're going to end up getting a lot of different recordings in the same clip with a lot of different gain levels, and that's never a good thing. You'd rather just start a fresh track and then deal with it in post and see if you equalize it good, or level it out good. I kind of have a love-hate with this recorder. If it had a limiter, I would be set. It's great sound. And again, it's great for podcasting, great for a solution that's you can hold with a pistol grip like we saw in the last video, or even this grip that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. The other thing I do not like about it is that every time you turn it off and leave it off for 2-3 hours, it forgets the date. Not a great thing, because I rely on my dates to sync up with my video a lot. So whenever I'm using this recorder, I immediately stop whatever I'm doing once I get home and organize my file bin and group it with the video that it's supposed to be with, because trying to find it later on is not going to happen. It's going to say January 2005 when it's actually October 25th, 2018. It's kind of an annoying thing, but you learn to live with it. And I don't see myself getting rid of this like I want to get rid of the DR10X. The DR10X is so close to being a great recorder if it was clean, or if it had phantom power and you could hook up a cloud lifter to it, but I can't deal with it. The sound just doesn't meet my standards, and I can't be known for that. So let's take a look at the setup, the final setup that I have planned for this minimalist setup, and see what it sounds like. So as you see here, this setup is based on the Dinkum Scorpion. I forget what they call this, but it's easy to hold. The clamp on the bottom is really cool. I typically end up clamping this on the table. Sometimes I'll just put it on the camera directly and skip the whole clamp thing. I used to make some videos where I just put this on the hot shoe backwards on my camera, and therefore I was speaking right into this while I was making the video with my product review that I was doing in front of the camera, and that was really good. Those turned out great. And so this is what I have in mind for this minimalist setup. It could get noisy if you keep doing this. I would hope that you lock it in and leave it alone. Place it on the table and leave it alone, and don't bang the table. Even though it has the shock mounting here, you probably want to stay away from hitting anything that's touching the microphone or the stand. Let's give it a listen. This is what the VP83F sounds like. This is what the VP83F sounds like. What do you think? What are your impressions? Is it clipping? I hope it's not clipping. I think 30 is the safe bet. And again, this is a good minimalist option for people that don't want to carry around a lot of gear. This is even pocketable. It doesn't require much of a case. You could throw this into a soft lens cloth baggie and, you know, go to town. It gives you the option to output to another source, and you got a lot of gain control. Goes on the hot shoe. If it had an input, it would be great. And I would be willing to overlook the lack of a limiter and the fact that it gives us the headache with the please input the date, please enter the date every time you turn it on. Yeah, if it had an input, a 3.5 millimeter input in addition to the headphone jack and the output, it'd be awesome, because then you would be able to hook up a lav or something like that. But anyway, blowing it. How's that sound? And let's shake it. This isn't a fair thing because this is not a... I'm going to hold it up high because you're probably not going to shake this. You're going to set it and forget it. I like it. Tell me what your thoughts are. So yeah, there you have it. That's my little small setup. I hope you like it. And again, what are you guys using? Have you had any experiences with shotgun microphones that are portable and record, or do you like the VP83F or any other line that's like it? What are your preferences? You know, what are you using your videos for? What are you using your audio gear for? What kind of videos do you make? Let me know. Let's talk about it. And hopefully this gives you some help if you're choosing an option to capture your audio for your videos, or even creating a podcast. Hey, some of you might be even doing an audiobook. Let me know. I'd like to read it or listen to it. Subscribe, comment, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.